Good morning, everybody. Back again. New topic about how cannabis can be implemented into our community nationwide. Now, when people think about marijuana, weed, the ganja, this is what they think about right here. But this is not even a half of the benefits that we can get from cannabis. Like I said in my first blog, um, I'm still learning a lot, and I'm like reading books and everything on it. But I've learned so far that cannabis can be used for over 25,000 different commercial and industrial products that have nothing to do with smoking. You wouldn't even know it was weed. You wouldn't even know that it was the plant that we're making this kind of stuff with. Um, the first way cannabis is gonna take a positive effect once decriminalized is people that have been sent to jail for lifetime sentences for cannabis, nothing else but cannabis. They're going to be released and they're going to be decriminalized because it's a plant, it's a flower. Alcohol kills, cigarettes kill, Tylenol, pharmaceuticals kill. This has never killed anyone, ever. There's been no study in the history of history that cannabis has killed anyone. Research it yourself. You'll see they have no numbers on it. Don't just take my word for it. Go out and do the research. Anyways, so that's going to be a positive. The next thing that's going to start seeing a positive effect when cannabis is decriminalized is the agriculture industry. This is a new cash crop. It's always going to be a demand for cannabis worldwide. Farmers that are poor now are going to have something new to cultivate. Um, Even small scale farmers, you know, everybody can become profitable off of this cash crop. Even government, you know, and that's what's going to happen. So the farmers are going to have a new crop to cultivate during whatever seasons. Cannabis can be grown in almost any kind of weather. In the indoor grow operations, produce great buds. So it's not hard to cultivate. The next thing that cannabis is going to benefit is crime. Now, we have something in our history that shows the effects of prohibition and then the takeaway of prohibition, and that's alcohol. When prohibition hit, before prohibition, everything was kind of cool. When prohibition hit, you had all the big gangsters, Al Capone, all the mafia, the Tommy guns, the bank robberies. This is when this era happened, and this is during the bootlegging era because alcohol was illegal. These guys they made their money off of selling alcohol underground. Once prohibition ended, crime virtually stopped because there was no reason to go on the streets anymore. This is a time where pharmaceuticals and weed and heroin and coke and all that stuff wasn't really big. So crime is going to go down tremendously because when most drug dealers go on the street, the first thing that they start to sell is weed. Then they go from weed to coke to bigger stuff to make more money. But what's gonna happen is because I don't want to go and try to get a weed man and call him and wait on him to get my medicine. I want to go into the store somewhere safe, get my medicine, come home and medicate. You know, so crime is gonna go down. Nobody's gonna be in the street anymore. The street hustlers ain't gonna be making a profit. So what they're gonna do is gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna start me a shop, and then they're gonna educate themselves on cannabis and become actual, positive citizens within the community. Two thumbs up on that one. Um, Another than the next thing that is gonna, affect is gonna bring in tons of money into our community. We can fund education, we can fund um, disease research, we can fund anything because cannabis is $1 billion industry. Mind you, this is the only crop that we can use for medical reasons, industrial reasons, um, and recreational reasons. You know, then things like alcohol can be used for those things, but like you can't drink rubbing alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol is deadly to you. It's dangerous. It kills people. It's toxic. It says it on the thing. Cannabis is not toxic. THC is not toxic to the body. The only way that's harmful to you is smoking it. So just like people smoke cigarettes, they know the risk that they're taking when they open up that pack of squares and they puff on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many things that's gonna happen. All the crime is gonna stop. You're gonna start seeing people stop using heavy narcotics for pain and other things like that. You know, and that's why they don't want to make cannabis legal right now because that industry is making too much money. You know, Tylenol can't compete with weed. Advil can't compete with weed. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why, you know, back in the day, big business, they realized this and they wanted to cut it out. So, you know, California is a state that they normally do beta test on when they want to implement something new within the whole nation. And Californians they go hard for theirs. Like I was here for the Lakers when I was in Inglewood when the Lakers won the other day. Um, you know, they tore up the city because the Lakers won. So, you know, Californians, they actually protest, they go out and they stand up for their rights. They, you know, implement their constitutional rights. Two thumbs up for that one. I love that. Because you don't really see that everywhere else. You know, people are just stupid and just walking around and not caring. But so it's tons of things that cannabis can benefit, you know. It's just we have to educate ourselves on those aspects, decriminalize it, and then put it to work in those industries. You can use cannabis for fuel. That's another reason why it was criminalized because the Rockefellers, DuPont, all these big family corporations invested their money in oil. They wanted something that people couldn't easily get and, you know, cultivate themselves because they're thinking about money. So cannabis was criminalized and made illegal for the support of oil. You know, that's another thing cannabis is gonna, you know, benefit. It's gonna start revolutionizing our world to have new fuels and cleaner energies. You know, there's not gonna be too many more wars. Like we're not gonna be fighting over oil anymore. We're not gonna be fighting over weed because you can grow weed anywhere. United States can grow their own, China can grow their own, Asia can grow their own. You know, you don't have to Europe can grow theirs. Everybody has cannabis all over the world. So it's gonna stop a lot of the negative in our world and just spark positive. And mind you, like I said, it's not all for smoking. We're gonna have our smokers out there just like you have people that like to drink, people that like to smoke cigarettes. But like I've seen it with my own eyes, and as you'll see through my blogs, I might even go to a collective today and record and just show you that it's 70-year-old, 80-year-old white men and women that are purchasing cannabis for their ailments, and their black power, their white black power. Like, you know, cannabis bring everybody together too. Like I smoke with old people, Asian people, Spanish people, Latin people. You know, when you smoke cannabis with people, just like everything goes away. You can, like, you smoke and you puffing and you get to talking and you see that, you know, we're really all cool with each other. Go cannabis. So next topic, I don't know what it'll be about, but hey, I'm gonna just come up with it next time. So I'll see y'all when I roll up. Peace.